When Batman decides it's time to lose fat and lean down, you know he would have a meticulously crafted plan. No crash diets, no fads, just a simple science-based protocol that takes advantage of the latest fat loss science to guarantee results. The villains of Gotham aren't going to take a break while Bruce cuts down, so his plan would need to be straightforward and sustainable, allowing him to lose fat without losing focus on his mission, compromising his physical or mental performance, risking muscle loss, or battling with constant hunger and food cravings. Enter the D.A.R.K Protocol, Batman's step-by-step method for easily shredding fat while maintaining peak performance, all without turning his entire life into a fat loss project. I'll be giving you a full Batman meal plan and Batman training plan that are perfect for losing fat at the end of the video, so stick around. Whether he's shredding all the fat gained during a muscle building phase, trimming down after bulking up to battle someone like Bane, or recovering from an injury that left him sidelined and off his game, there are plenty of times where Batman would need to lean out during his mission to protect Gotham, and even sometimes for some personal reasons. But I'm not trying to get demonetized, so let's just say even bats need some lovin'. Now, the D in the D.A.R.K Protocol stands for deficit selection. This is where Batman would zero in on the ideal rate of weight loss. This is important because if he gets this step wrong, he could end up losing a ton of muscle, destroying his metabolism, and ruining his chances of seeing real results. After working as a full-time personal trainer for 8 years, I've seen people make this mistake far too often, and if you struggle to build a lean, athletic physique, then I almost guarantee you've made this mistake as well. If you guys are liking the Batman content and want more of it, it would help me out a ton if you could like the video. It only takes a second of your time, but it helps me make more videos like this one. So why does the right rate of weight loss matter so much? When you try to lose fat too quickly, your body basically freaks out harder than an 18-year-old crypto bro who just YOLO'd all of his student loan money onto the Hawk Tuah coin. Our bodies have evolved over thousands of years to avoid losing fat whenever possible. So if you drop weight too quickly, you trigger all kinds of defense mechanisms to prevent further weight loss. Your body can sacrifice muscle mass to slow down your metabolism because fewer muscles mean fewer calories burned per day. Your body can also make you constantly feel tired, weak, and unmotivated in an attempt to make you burn fewer calories through movement. And your body will make you go into food obsession mode, making you constantly hungry, making it impossible for you to get full, and making you get wild cravings for calorie-dense foods. The type of cravings that will have you commit what can only be described as war crimes on a Costco-sized pack of Oreos. This is oftentimes why people will start a fat loss diet and lose 10 to 20 pounds in the first month or two, and then they'll gain all the weight back plus more, essentially because they're going to war with their own biology, physiology, anatomy, and astrology. And that's exactly why Batman can't afford to go on these type of crash diets if he wants to stay in peak condition to protect Gotham. And us normal people can't afford it either, because just 1 year ago today, you only needed a 4-pack to be considered fit and dateable. But now, thanks to 8% year-over-year inflation, you now need a 4.3222 pack just to get a freaking match on Tinder. What's up with that? But the good news is that all of this can be avoided if you pick the right rate of fat loss. And the research backs this up. A 2020 meta-analysis found that gradual weight loss is significantly better for preserving muscle mass and maintaining your metabolism compared to rapid weight loss. But what does the science actually tell us is the optimal rate of fat loss? Well, a recent narrative review called Achieving an Optimal Fat Loss Phase in Resistance-Trained Athletes recommends that athletes lose weight at a rate of 0.5 to 1% of their overall body weight per week to preserve muscle mass and maintain performance. For Batman, who needs every bit of energy he can get, 0.5% per week would be the sweet spot. So for him, since he's typically around 210 to 220 pounds, that would mean he's losing about a pound a week. At that pace, he'd have enough fuel to keep up with his rigorous training and crime-fighting schedule, all while steadily cutting fat. And I would stress that you guys should do the same. I've trained hundreds of people, and I always find that once you start losing fat faster than 0.5% of your body weight per week, it becomes much harder to stay consistent, and there's a high chance that you'll start to lose muscle. And that's also why I do the exact same rate of fat loss when I cut. But Batman and anyone else is really going to struggle to lose fat at all if they don't take steps to put their nervous system in the ideal state to maximize testosterone and fat loss. And that's why the A in the D.A.R.K Protocol is address stress. When it's time to lose fat without sacrificing high-level performance, one of Batman's biggest weapons is his ability to master the stress response. Chronic stress locks you in the fight or flight state, where your body focuses on emergencies instead of burning fat and repairing muscle. Shifting to the rest and digest nervous system state is crucial for efficient fat loss and recovery. Elevated cortisol, your primary stress hormone, can stall fat burning and break down muscle tissue, making it harder for you to stay lean and strong. Chronic stress triggers a chain reaction. Cortisol spikes, sleep gets disrupted, disrupted, and hormones like ghrelin and leptin go haywire, leaving you constantly hungry and never feeling full. Research shows that sleep-deprived individuals not only gravitate towards calorie-dense junk foods, but regularly consume hundreds of extra calories per day. Meanwhile, lower testosterone from chronic stress further hinders fat loss and muscle building, even if your nutrition is on point. Poor sleep caused by high cortisol also undermines workout recovery and muscle maintenance. If you don't deal with chronic stress, you'll burn fewer calories at rest, your fat loss will stall, and you'll constantly battle fatigue. Even Batman would struggle to save Gotham under unchecked stress.
Oh my god, are you crying?
No, it's just raining.
For the rest of us, managing stress is the difference between real progress and endless frustration. But you know Batman wouldn't let some stupid brain juice like cortisol stop him from protecting Gotham. Instead, he'd rely on a handful of incredibly effective, time-efficient techniques to keep his stress and cortisol levels in check. And the emphasis here is on time-efficient, because just like the rest of us, Batman is insanely busy. He doesn't exactly have the luxury of taking the day off to relax and binge-watch a full season of Korean gambling addicts stabbing each other with forks for money, aka Mr. Beast's wet dream, every time he feels a little stressed and wants to unwind. By the way, do you want to get paid $50,000 to transform your body? Well, MacroFactor, the best nutrition app in the world, is running a 100-day transformation challenge. The person with the best transformation will win $50,000, and 100 others will walk away with $500 each. This means a ton of people are going to get paid to crush their goals. Here's how you can join. Once you finish this video, download the MacroFactor app. Click the link down below to sign up for the challenge before January 10th, and you're in. Don't forget to use referral code DEMERCE when you sign up to get your first 2 weeks free. And even if it's past January 10th, MacroFactor is still more than worth checking out. It takes all the guesswork out of your diet and makes transforming your body easier than ever. It worked for me and it will work for you too. So click the link down below, download MacroFactor, use code DEMERCE, sign up for the challenge, and get ready to make the best transformation of your life. Now back to the video. Now Batman would use 4 powerful techniques to manage his stress and stay in the ideal state for burning fat. First, he would take notes from all the Shaolin monks he met on his way to train with Ra's al Ghul in Nepal, and he would meditate. This 2024 meta-analysis found that meditation and mindfulness practices were one of the most powerful ways to quickly drop cortisol levels. So before or after stepping into Gotham's nightly madness, Batman pauses for a few minutes of meditation. Whether it's in the Batcave while Alfred readies the Batmobile, or after he's gotten back from another stressful night of protecting Gotham, he would clear his mind and focus on his breath for a few minutes. This small act calms down his mind and sharpens his focus. Meditation lowers cortisol levels by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, also known as the rest and digest nervous system, pulling the body out of the stress-induced fight or flight state. And over time, this practice reduces chronic stress, improving both physical and mental resilience, crucial for staying lean and battle ready. You can harness the power of meditation too. There's no need to light a candle, chant mantras, or hammer a gong. Just set a timer for 1 to 5 minutes, sit comfortably and focus on your breath. Inhale slowly through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and gently bring your attention back to your breath if your mind wanders. Batman would also take a moment out of his day to jot down a few lines of gratitude to stabilize his stress levels. Maybe he's thankful for Alfred's classic UK sarcasm, or for the fact that Robin didn't get beaten to death with a crowbar today. Sorry, Jason. And this habit isn't just sentimental, it's scientific. Gratitude practices like this one has been shown to reduce cortisol levels by shifting your focus from what's stressful to what's positive, promoting feelings of safety and control. Over time, this mental shift trains the brain to respond to challenges with less stress and more calm. So grab a notebook or use a notes app on your phone. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be small, like your morning coffee, or significant, like support from your loved ones. The third thing Bruce would do is lean on his allies for some mental support. People often think that Batman is a lone wolf, or I guess lone bat, but he's always had people to rely on when things get tough. The Bat family, the Justice League, oh, and his mom and dad. Wait. So whether it's a quick strategy session with Lucius Fox, or a rare moment of banter with Commissioner Gordon, or maybe a slap on the ass from Superman, that probably hurt, these interactions ground him and reduce his stress markers, making for a much more productive way to combat stress than reaching for his utility belt for yet another double-stuffed bat cookie. So when you're feeling stressed or tempted to emotionally overeat, throw up the bat signal, or just use your phone, and reach out to a friend, family member, or fuck it, bring up ChatGPT. I know she never lets me down. Ask them to have a chat on the phone, or go for a quick drive. Even a quick positive conversation can help calm us down and stabilize our stress levels, and keeping our bodies in a primed state to burn fat. And finally, number 4, Batman would face his problems head on instead of avoiding them. Batman doesn't let problems fester. If he hears about some new sinister plan the Scarecrow is cooking up, or if he notices Nightwing's ass is getting bigger than his own, he's going to address it right away so that these issues aren't constantly in the back of his mind, causing him stress and splitting his focus. Tackling stressors directly instead of letting them fester also helps prevent the chronic stress that can sabotage sleep, testosterone levels, and ultimately fat loss progress. For us non-Bat cosplaying non-billionaires, it's all too easy to let relationship issues, work dilemmas, or health concerns pile up until they feel like a rogue's gallery of daily anxieties. Tackling them head on, even if it's nerve-wracking, drastically reduces the type of chronic stress that will hold you back. Now, there's no need to channel your inner Dark Knight by going full vengeance mode on your boss. A simple heart-to-heart with someone close to you to squash the beef, an overdue doctor's appointment to address a lingering health worry, or setting up that awkward work meeting can lighten your mental load and keep your body in a good state to burn fat. But Batman knows that stress management alone won't win the battle. His nutrition, meticulous. His meals, strategic. Every bite is designed to burn fat while preserving the strength and energy he needs to outsmart Gotham's most dangerous villains. And this is where things get interesting. Batman doesn't just eat to stay fueled, he eats to stay ahead. And that's why the R in D.A.R.K Protocol stands for right nutrition. It's all about leveraging foods that scientifically curb hunger and make fat loss almost effortless. Here's the secret weapon, cholecystokinin, better known as CCK. Ever wonder why some meals leave you feeling completely satisfied while others have you raiding the fridge within the hour? That's CCK in action. This powerful hormone is your body's natural stop eating signal. And when you understand how it works, you can use it to your advantage to make fat loss much easier. Batman would harness the latest research to optimize his appetite regulation and fuel intake. Because even the Dark Knight knows the importance of strategy when it comes to food. You might have heard terms like omega-3 fatty acids, conjugated lysine acid, and essential amino acids tossed around. These aren't just fancy words that make me sound smart, they're key nutrients that stimulate the release of CCK. The more of these you pack into your meals, the more your brain sends a signal to your body to say you're full and you've had enough. Foods rich in protein and healthy fats like eggs, nuts, fatty fish, avocados, and lean meats are loaded with the nutrients that your body needs to ramp up CCK. Add in fiber-rich options like legumes and vegetables. You have the ultimate arsenal for staying satisfied and beating overeating. Batman would carefully construct his meals to include these and other high nutrient-dense whole foods. But don't worry if all this sounds overwhelming, because I've got you covered with those 3 free Batman meal plans. They tell you exactly what foods you need to eat and how much of them to lose fat. Again, you can get them 100% for free by joining my community and sending me a DM with the words Batman Diet. But all these steps can backfire on Batman and actually make him lose muscle along with the fat if he didn't have step 4 of the D.A.R.K Protocol, K, which stands for keep muscle through training. When most people try to lose fat, they focus almost entirely on doing cardio and reduce their weight training to almost nothing, assuming that that's the quickest route to their goals. However, Batman knows that neglecting resistance training is a trap, one that often leads to muscle loss, metabolic slowdown, and subpar performance. When you cut calories, your body naturally wants to break down muscle mass along with the fat unless you give it a strong reason not to. That's why instead of going all in on cardio, Batman would still resistance train 2 to 3 days per week and complete 6 to 8 challenging sets per muscle group. This sends a clear signal to his body that his muscles are too crucial to burn up. By preserving muscle mass, he maintains peak performance while also maintaining his metabolism during a fat loss phase. But the best part for you is you don't need to figure out these details on your own, because I've created those 2 Batman workout programs tailored for losing fat without sacrificing muscle. And like I said, you can find those on my free community. Just DM me the words Batman Diet and I'll send you everything you need to build a lean, athletic Batman physique. Finally, if you found this video helpful, be sure to check out my new video on how absolute Batman would train in real life and the training program that you need to follow to get jacked like him. I'll see you guys there.